Hello, second grade. Today we're going to be working on Unit 2, Lesson 4, and we're continuing with different Native Americans in the United States. And today we're going to be focusing on Native Americans of the Southwest. Please make sure that you answer your essential question using a complete sentence. How did the desert affect the lives of Native Americans? What do you think? And then find and circle these words, desert and level, and then find two new words and list them here.
Lesson 4. Native Americans of the Southwest. Essential question. How did the desert affect the lives of Native Americans? What do you think? The Southwest region. Isn't it interesting how the land shaped Native Americans' way of life? My class wondered what the land was like in the Southwest region. Many Native American tribes lived in the Southwest. The Pueblo and Navajo are two tribes that lived in this region. Our guide told us that a lot of the Southwest was desert. A desert is a large area of very dry land. The days were very hot, and the nights were cold. Very little rain fell. Quick check. How is the land of the Southwest region different from the Plains region?
Okay, so let's take a minute to stop and look at the questions we have on this page. Please make sure you are answering all of the questions in order to get all of your points. So you need to have an answer for your essential question. You need to have the word hunt completed. And then down here, these two sections we're going to work on. So it says complete the chart with words or phrases from the text. So we're going to talk first about the land. And we can see that quite a bit of the land is talked about right here. So we can write the word desert. We can write large area of hot, dry land. We can write cold nights. We can write, in the weather section, cold nights, hot, dry land, little rain for the weather. And the land we know was a desert. For the tribes that were found in the Southwest, we're going to go back and look at the information here on the first page of our lesson. And we can see in that very last sentence of this paragraph, it tells us about two tribes that were found in the Southwest region, and those are the Pueblo and the Navajo Native American tribes. After you list those two tribes here, we're going to go ahead and answer this question that asks, how does the land in the Southwest compare to the land in the Plains? So we know that the Southwest is hot and dry. There's not much that grows there. And we know that the Plains region from our previous lesson had a lot of rolling grasslands. And so the temperature in the Plains was a lot more mild than the temperature in the Southwest. Go ahead and jump back to our previous lesson about the Native Americans of the Plains to find more details for this answer. Okay, once you've completed the first two pages of the lesson, we're going to jump into the second two pages. So this is a pretty short lesson. These are the only 4 pages in it. We're going to go ahead and listen to this section about the daily life in the Southwest.
Daily life in the Southwest. Many of the tribes in the Southwest built homes called pueblos. Each pueblo had many levels. They looked like apartment buildings. The Southwest Native Americans were farmers. They planted corn, beans, squash, and cotton. They also gathered plants for food and medicine. The Southwest Native Americans were also hunters. They hunted rabbits, deer, and antelope. Housing. People made pueblos out of adobe bricks. The bricks were made out of clay and straw. As with longhouses, many families lived in each pueblo. Food. Women made stew with rabbit, deer, and antelope meat. Clothing. Men wore light clothing and sandals in the summer. Women wore cotton dresses. In the winter, they both wore leggings and robes. Both men and women wore sandals made from yucca plants. Art. Some Southwest tribes were known for their fine turquoise jewelry. Turquoise is a blue stone. Quick check. How were the homes of Southwest Native Americans different from the homes of the Plains Native Americans?
All right, take a minute to stop and think about that question. Now, we know that the Southwest lived in pueblos, and we know that the Native Americans that lived in the plains lived in teepees. Now, we know teepees only hold one family. They're small and they're portable, right? They can pack them up and they can take them so that while they're following the different migrating herds of buffalo, they're able to reset up their house in a new area depending on where they find the herd. Now, pueblos, on the other hand, are large, they hold many families, and they're built of adobe bricks. These are not homes that you can take apart and take with you somewhere. Once they're built, they stay in that one place. So over here, we're going to take a look at our reading skill where it says compare and contrast. Compare and contrast the cultures of the tribes of the Southwest and the Plains. Circle the parts of the culture that were the same. Underline the parts that were different. So one of the parts that were different that we just talked about is the homes. Flip back to your lesson about the Plains or re-listen to the lesson video and circle the things that are the same, underline the rest of the things that are different. And you'll be able to do that on both of these pages. Down here, once you've completed that, I want you to answer your essential question using a complete sentence and good handwriting on how did the desert affect the lives of Native Americans. Once you've completed this, you can go ahead and take a look at your quiz for lesson 4. You may use your book to help you along with the quiz. Please make sure that you're reading the questions very carefully and that you're writing down the best answer you can come up with. I will see you soon, second grade. Have a great day. Bye-bye.